content,
others follow.
In terms of education,
others follow.
And entertainment,
others follow.
Dancer 113,
others follow.
PTP 502,
others follow.
You can watch us on Facebook,
others follow.
Kwara TV is leading.
Kwara Television ti dá ní ìkáyé pẹ̀lú àwòrán èyí tó halẹ̀ tó malẹ̀ kodoro. Èyí ló mú kí wọ́n máa gba èyí kárí àgbáyé o.
Níbi ká ṣètò tó dùn tí ò láfiwé, ìròyìn èyí tó gba yìí tó dùn ún gbọ́, ètò òṣèlú tí ó lẹ́jà ń bá kan nínú, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn tó ń kọ́ni bá ṣe lè ráyé gbé. Níbi ká ṣe polówó ọjà kájé owó gbá, bó ṣe ń lọ láàrin àwọn òṣèré wa, eré ìdárayá ó gbẹ̀yìn kò ṣe kà tán, ìyẹn ló mú kí wọ́n máa gba yìí kárí àgbáyé o.
Kwara Television ti dá ní ìkáyé pẹ̀lú àwòrán èyí tó halẹ̀ tó malẹ̀ kodoro. Èyí ló mú kí wọ́n máa gba èyí kárí àgbáyé o.
Kwara TV is leading.
Others follow.
Kwara TV is leading.
Others follow.
In terms of informative content,
others follow.
In terms of education,
others follow.
Hello there, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. We're broadcasting live from our television house here in Akpata Yakuba, in the Kwara State capital, North Central Nigeria, West Africa. This is Kwara TV News Tonight. Joining us on the news tonight. Good evening.
Ekubelosun jama'i bando da nege chele na labari lafiya daga ni television yankin Kwara na Akpata Yakuba Ilorin mina ala labari biya yin Aminat Mohammed.
Jẹ́ kálẹ́ àsìkò iṣẹ́ látàárọ̀ àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ni àmútọ̀yìn wá láti ìkànnì móhùnmáwòrán tìpínlẹ̀ Kwara èyí tó fi ìkàlẹ̀ sí Akpata Yakuba nílùú Ìlọrin. Muhammad Jamiu Alápò ni ó kọ mi ṣùgbọ́n ṣáájú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì la fi ṣíde ìròyìn ọ̀hún ká padà sọ́dọ̀ Tósìn Adéoyè.
Thank you very much, Alapo, for that. You can watch the news tonight. We're on Star Times 113, Free TV 502. We're also live on Facebook at Kwara TV. You can also join us on our YouTube channel. My name is Tosin Adeoye. Let's start from the labor scene, where the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has scheduled a nationwide protest for the 17th of December 2025 to express its grievances over the worsening security situation in the country. The notice issued to all state councils on December 10 following its National Executive Committee NEC in session meeting held on the 4th of December. The NLC decried cases of banditry and kidnapping nationwide. The NLC particularly referenced the November 17 abduction of female students from a boarding school in Kebbi State. The labor union also expressed the outrage that security personnel were withdrawn from the school shortly before the attack, describing the incident as a dastardly and criminal act that required urgent investigation and prosecution. The notice stated that all NLC affiliates and state councils have been directed to fully mobilize workers and civil society groups for the protest. It accused the federal government of failing to secure schools, especially those in remote or vulnerable areas. In Kwara State, the Kwara State Police Command has confirmed an armed robbery incident that occurred at about 11:30 a.m. along Post Office Road, Ilorin, on Friday, 12 December 2025. In a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, SP Adetomo Jiri, the armed men intercepted a Sienna vehicle and shot the driver, injuring him on the palm. before escaping with an undisclosed amount of money. The victim is currently receiving medical treatment. The Commissioner of Police, CP Adeki Miojo, has ordered a discreet investigation into the attack. The statement disclosed that the commander has intensified security measures across the Ilorin metropolis, deploying additional personnel and increasing police visibility to reassure residents of their safety. The police commissioner advised members of the public to avoid moving large amounts of cash and instead make use of online banking channels. For situations where cash movement is unavoidable, the command strongly recommends the use of trusted bank escort services. Residents are also urged to promptly report any suspicious persons or activities, especially around banks and other financial locations. And the All Progressives Congress, APC Rivers State, have presented the APC membership card to Governor Siminalayi Fubara in a photograph shared by the media aide to the state APC chairman, Tony Okocha, at the Government House in Port Harcourt on Friday. To be recalled that Fubara had earlier announced his intention to join the APC on Tuesday. He explained that his defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the APC is in the interest of the people of the state and also a gesture of appreciation to President Bola Tinubu, whom he credited as the reason he remains the governor of Rivers State. Now, over time, since attainment of independence in 1960, Nigeria is seen as a big brother in Africa, playing an exemplary role in the liberation and political emancipation of many countries. Recently, the appellation of Nigeria's Big Brother role resonates with its prompt intervention in the restoration of democratic norms and governance in the Republic of Benin, where the military attempted to take over political leadership. In this report, Abdulateef Owolawa spoke to cross-section of Nigerians and legal practitioners to feel their pulse on the development. His report is presented from our studios.
Nigeria's big brother role in Africa as of today revolves around the use of its vast population, economy and military for the promotion of stability and democracy in the continent, as well as leading regional bloc like the ECOWAS. Although there are questions about its capability, capacity and fairness of its leadership, owing to issues of insecurity, corruption and economic woes, but it is a certain influence through actions like military interventions in neighboring countries such as Benin Republic. The recent action of Nigerian leadership, which followed the attempted coup in Benin Republic and eventual approval given by the Nigerian Senate for the endorsement deployment of Nigerian troops, has got the public and legal practitioners talking. The respondents who spoke to Kwara TV News in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, described the move by President Tinubu as a necessity for the country to protect the sustenance of democratic practice in the neighboring Benin Republic. They were of the view that the action of the president aligns with the leadership role of Nigeria and its obligation as a leading voice in ECOWAS.
The president is fighting terrorism, is fighting anti-democratic forces in Benin Republic, and he will continue to do so. If there is any other coup attempt again in any country, Nigeria should intervene.
The act of the president by sending troops to the Republic of Benin is to protect the democratically elected government in that particular country.
If Nigeria government has not done what they did, perhaps we may have a spirit of what happened in Benin Republic happening in Nigeria. And what the government has done is just to nip it in the bud and ensure that the repercussion or the consequence of what happened there will not be felt in Nigeria.
The respondents affirmed that being the giant of Africa, Nigeria's big brother role presupposes that the country should be concerned about happenings in the continent, particularly on matters of public safety, human rights abuse, and entrenchment of constitutional order.
I'm of the view that we should be able to take care of our own first before sending troops down to Benin Republic.
The way the insurgency will be tackled is quite different from the way the military coup in the particular country will be be tackled.
Nigerian issue of banditry and insurgency and what have you is asymmetric in nature, and because of its asymmetric in nature, it is not that easy to fight. So government is doing all this within its power to address the issue.
They urge the electorate in Africa to use their voting power to effect change by voting out bad leaders who fall short of their expectations.
Now, the Kwara State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists gears up for its 2025 Press Week, a week-long celebration designed to promote wellness, professional growth, and deeper engagement among media stakeholders. In a segment jointly signed by the Press Week Committee Chairman Ayobola Ikpinlaye and Secretary Abdullahi Ahmed, the event kicks off on Monday, December 15, with an endurance trek and aerobic session for journalists and invited guests. The statement added that activities resume on Wednesday with a comprehensive wellness and health day in partnership with the Association of Resident Doctors, the Kwara State Chapter, and Opeyemi Mega High Clinic. The 2025 Press Week offers journalists access to various medical checks, including blood pressure assessment, fasting blood sugar test, vital signs monitoring, eye screening, and health counseling. On Thursday, December the 18th, the much anticipated Interchapel table tennis tournament will take center stage, with prizes awarded to outstanding performance. The Press Week will climax on Friday, December 19th, with a grand finale, an award night featuring a public lecture, an award presentation ceremony, and a dinner. Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State is expected as special guest of honor, while the Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, will deliver the keynote lecture titled Restoring Nigerians' Value System, the role of NOA in instilling patriotism and shared responsibility, along with a subtopic on youth patriotism and combating online radicalization. The NUJ leadership says that the 2025 Press Week will serve as a moment for journalists to reflect, celebrate excellence, strengthen professional networks, and enhance their health and capacity for public service. Now, kindness to widows has been described as an attribute of pious Muslim. This was the core message of the khutbah delivered by the Imam of Asubulillah Mosque Ilorin, Imam Abdurrafiu Oloduowo, during the Jumat prayer. Our correspondent Suleiman Hassan covered the Jumat prayer for Kwara TV News, and his report is presented from our studios.
In his khutbah, Imam Abdurrafiu Oloduowo emphasized the importance of kindness to the less privileged, especially widows and orphans, saying that kindness towards them is regarded as one of the greatest acts of worship in Islam. The Imam encouraged Muslims to emulate the Prophet in his character towards widows, noting that the Prophet married widows out of kindness and respect for them. He reminded the congregation that the Prophet advised Muslims to be kind to both humans and animals, emphasizing that Allah is the affair of whoever is kind to others. Imam Oloduowo also admonished the male congregation to always be kind to women and guide them to the right path.
Islam pataki àwọn opó ọgbàjúlá nígbà Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ní ìtọ́jú opó ṣe pàtàkì. Ṣé máa gáàdì mọ̀ pé ní obìnrin gẹ́gẹ́ bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe dá wọn, ó fọ̀rọ̀ wọn ti sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin pé ní ká máa tọ́jú wọn, ká máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan fún wọn. Tí obìnrin bá wá lù sí ọkọ ẹ̀, so yóò kú àwọn ọmọ. So obìnrin mi wà pé ní full housewife ni. So àti tọ́jú ọmọ àti ṣe gbogbo nǹkan yóò di ṣòro fún, torí pé ẹni tó jẹ́ provider rẹ̀ òun náà ló ti sọnù máa lọ́wọ́.
The Imam then led the 2 Raka Jumat obligatory prayer. Some of the worshippers who spoke to Kwara TV News described the sermon as timely and stressed the importance of kindness to widows.
To help the poor and to help the widow and to help the less privileged in our society. That we are also going to be putting among those people who use their entire life to fast for God and who use their entire life and that entire night to pray tahajjud.
Let us know that the less privileged and the widows, the widowers, is the salient point of the topic for today, and every moment a Muslim is enjoying to assist them in whatever way they can do.
Alágbára yìí èwo ló wá gbé takoko àbí àwọn alẹ́ jagun sójú ọ̀nà ọlọ́run òun ni kéèyàn máa try láti help àwọn widows and orphans.
We should not distance ourselves from them. We should help them. They are among us. It's just because of the circumstances that's why they are in that position. So
you're watching Kwara TV News tonight. We'll come back from this time. I will bring to you more stories from our news desk. Stay with us.
Everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Shout my teeth fresh now, but you know, I beg no be slow. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world? For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mom, you get down to brush. Mama and Papa buy up, use up and shine your smile. No more cover mouth.
It's the Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo pack. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter your promo code and start earning points fast for a chance to win exciting gifts and 1 million naira cash every week for a lucky winner. So hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Alright everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Shout my teeth fresh now, but you know, I beg no be slow. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world? For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mom, you get down to brush. Mama and Papa buy up, use up and shine your smile. No more cover mouth.
Thank you very much for staying tuned. You're watching Kwara TV News tonight. And still from our news desk, Governor Umar Mohammed Bago has advocated a single-term governance system for Nigeria, arguing that it would make leaders more decisive and strengthen governance outcomes. Bago made this known while speaking at the inauguration of commissioners, chairmen and vice chairpersons of local government councils and board members. Today in Mina, he said that many leaders postpone key decisions because they anticipate a second term. He noted that some underperforming officials should have been removed, but he could not do so due to political considerations. He pledged that women will hold a 50% of chairmanship positions in the next local government elections and described himself as a strong advocate for women inclusion in governance. On national security, the governor reiterated his support for state policing, saying it remains the most realistic solution to rising insecurity. He prayed for the rescue of the remaining abducted pupils of St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools, Papiri, and for the lasting peace across the state and the country at large. Let's go to Lagos, where the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has appointed Dr. Sulaiman Ogunmoyiwa as the Director General of the Office of the Education Quality Assurance with immediate effect. In a post on the state official X handle today, Ogunmoyiwa received his appointment letter on Thursday at the office of the head of service, Alaosa Ikeja. A seasoned education administrator, Ogunmoyiwa brings over 25 years of experience in school evaluation, planning, quality assurance systems and educational leadership within the state government. He has held several strategic roles, including head of planning, head of education, quality assurance services, and the director of private education and special programs at the OHQA. The letter was presented by the Lagos State Head of Service, Odi Agoro, congratulating the new Director General. Agoro expressed confidence that the Ogunmoyiwa would use his wealth of experience to enhance the quality of education in the state. Ogunmoyiwa is expected to lead the efforts to strengthen monitoring, evaluation, and accountability across schools, ensuring continuous improvement in Lagos State's education sector. And the Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom, Justice Ekaite Oboth, has sworn in 16 newly appointed notaries public. The lawyers were recommended by the Chief Judge and approved by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun. Those sworn in include Inbong Uko, Vivian Usoma, Benjamin Adams, Emmanuel Umana, Eme Essien, ADK Jumbo, Isaac Ephraim, among others. After administering the oath prescribed in the Notaries Public Act 2023, Justice Oboth reminded the new sworn-in of the new notaries of the weight of the responsibility they carry, charged them to exercise their duties faithfully, prepare contracts and instruments transparently, and refrain from diminishing any aspect of such documents without the knowledge and consent of the parties involved. She warned them against attesting to any act, contract, or instrument tainted by fraud or violence, emphasizing that they must always act uprightly and justly in accordance with the oaths they had taken. And in Bayelsa State, the Bayelsa State government today confirmed the death of the Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujakpo, declared a 3-day state mourning in his honor. In a statement issued and signed by the State Commissioner for Information, Orientation and Strategy, Ebonu Koku Obiya, today the government described the death as the one that came with deep regret and profound shock. The statement said that the deputy governor was active and carrying out official duties earlier in the day and collapsed while proceeding to a scheduled meeting within his office and was rushed to the Federal Medical Center in Agua, where he was later confirmed dead. Meanwhile, Governor Diri subsequently declared a 3-day state mourning effective from Friday and directed that all flags be flown at half-mast. He extended condolences to the deceased wife, children of fully federated community and the citizens of the state and prayed for God's comfort and strength for the family and the entire state. The Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujakpo died on Thursday, 11 December 2025 at the age of 60. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Governors Forum has expressed deep shock and sadness following the passing of the Bayelsa State Deputy Governor, Senator Lawrence Erujakpo. In its message of condolence, the forum extended heartfelt sympathies to Bayelsa State Governor Diri, as well as the government and the people of the state. The NGF also commiserated with the immediate family of the late Deputy Governor, describing the loss as deeply painful. The NGF chairman and governor of Kwara State, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, said that the forum stands firmly with Governor Diri and the people of Bayelsa during this difficult time. He offered prayers for strength and comfort for the family and others affected by the tragedy. The reality of death as the ultimate end of all souls and image of man took the center stage during the burial rites of late Chief Kayode James Sadiku, who died recently at the age of 85 years. The preacher, Pastor Bola Paima, who ministered during the burial service, reminded the congregation to be dutiful. Modubola Abioye was there for Kwara TV News and filed in this report. This is the last story we brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. Welcome back from this time. I will bring to you more stories from the business and the world scene. Stay with us.
the Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo pack. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter your promo code and start earning points fast for a chance to win exciting gifts and 1 million naira cash every week for a lucky winner. So hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Beautiful, it's your name. Wonderful is what you are to me. Eba mi kira fún mama mi. Orisha mi ya o, kò sí láé.
Every mom, a treasure beyond measure. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying tuned. From our business desk, the federal government has temporarily opened Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, measuring 47 kilometers and stretching from the Amadu Bello Way Junction to Eleko Village Junction. Minister of Works Dave Umahi announced on Friday that the highway will be temporarily opened in accordance with President Tinubu's directive, adding that the decision will aims to ensure easier access and improve traffic flow in Lagos during the festive period. The opening of the highway is expected to end the harrowing driving experience endured by commuters in the Lekki-Ajah corridor, as well as reduce the travel time by over 100%. He assured further that April 26 has been set aside to complete Section 1 and half of Section 2 for full commissioning, excluding the bridges which are part of the Section 2 contract. And still from our business desk, former Minister of Labour and Employment Chris Ngige was arraigned before an Abuja High Court sitting in Gwankrimpa by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over alleged 2.2 billion naira contract fraud on Friday. Justice Mariam Hassan ordered that the former minister be remanded at the Kuje Correctional Center pending the hearing of his bail application fixed for Monday, December 14th. And he pleaded not guilty to 8 counts bordering on abuse of office and acceptance of gifts from contractors of the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund while serving as his supervising minister between September 2015 and May 2023. After the plea, EFCC counsel Sylvanus Tai Ese applied for a trial date and asked the court to remand the defendant. The defense lead counsel Patrick Weto SN, however, opposed the EFCC submission, urged the court to grant his client a bail on health grounds, noting that the former minister had been in EFCC custody for the past 3 days prior to the arraignment. The court adjourned the matter to December 14 and ordered Ngige's remand in Kuje prison. Welcome to our word desk. Thousands of new Congolese refugees continue to cross the border into neighboring Burundi to escape fighting in the eastern Congo. It comes after more than 400 civilians have been killed since the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group escalated its offensives in the South Kivu province. Regional officials said that the makeshift camp in Kasenga in western Burundi, refugees describe living conditions as deplorable, saying they have no water, no toilet, and no shelter. Stripped of everything, these people told the Associated Press they endured extreme hardship before arriving in Burundi. Local UN partners report that more than 200,000 people have been displaced across the province since December 2nd, with more than 70 killed. More camps are expected to be established by the UN Refugee Agency due to the influx of civilians who have crossed into Burundi, and local populations are not completely out of range of artillery fire, as reports have indicated that shells have been falling in the town of Rugombo on the Burundian side of the border, raising concerns that the conflict could spill over into the Burundian territory. M23's latest offensive comes despite a US-mediated peace agreement signed last week by the Congolese and the Rwandan president in Washington. That report from the Forest concludes our package from the English desk. Thank you very much for watching. Let's cross over to Hamina. She'll be taking us from the languages desk. Good evening again.
Good evening. Labari yan lozon. Eka doka kin kwara yabo la gaskiya tulanya eti shiri ezanzu na biye yije tsakani efin gobe ni be mafi la jiyan ina kere miyan post office Ìlọrin abona ni me wasika na tiya daga gwata e gangaci dokaji SP Adeton Ejire Adeyemi gan ezandochi ji zun mato na yigan siena nazan bana ace bidin gadan moto pachi wunci gwadona amma wona ala pe wokinu yina na labici zanan ma ace bidin gadan ta asibiti bana ela eduna komisina dokaji kin kwara yabo CP Ojo Adekimi a izini yani na awa dudu giloye eti ezanzun wuncun umaya zajiji gamba na ake gan ewo na dokun kudaza na uncike wabe zajiji na atagwa esanwo bodi na ji agawo na ya agwala eto na toto emi ewo sobajo. Eratwa ya ekpoji ta ajianya kede eyana gegagan na musulmi jajina nana yukutuba daga eba ndalima masalaci juma asibuna law na ci Ìlọrin abo na Imam Abdurrafiu olodowo na jin juma yina na Sulaiman Azan dambo ya etumba Kwara TV umonwe yake na unfejin kutuba na Imam Abdurrafiu olodowo baza eti pàtàkì yan ere atwa ya ezagwa agbagiji toto epo to kungiji ngan wangi na ezagaji lo eba na muyi etun lo ya etusoko ta eti adini yan Islam ndaliman wabe jama musulmi ji ke asan anabi yebe eluji lo ba epoji nla to like anabi pa epoji yawo nimi etun wangi jo to shiwon laya ndalimon olodowo wabe adini jichiji ba yiji na afe lo to wangiji lo ba nza yiji to na afe wagwa na alo to wangiji na zuma kutuba ndalimon shijo na fila sala raka guba na yiyan juma na dokun adini jichiji na jiba sabe labari kuchiji na ji kutuba wunciye ke ena alodan lokaci na make pe atupa eti eyan wangi jijin ya ekojo gaskiya ya eti tuto ke enade ekpeba ya yendodo na ga sunsu ana yi labari wangi na shiti eba aduwa zumago ya kuci ezaci wanci Kayode James Sadiku na jin ajali egi yashi ni begutu na wazun jichi baba mo Bola Paimo na ji wazun eba ekanye asiri so unchon na pa zawangi jitupa na akutabe etun na labari kachi Modupe Ola Abioye dan ekanye asiri so wunchon ya etumba Kwara TV mo wun ke dangiji eyaji to ebadachi ji daga tumbo to pako yekan UMCATC Ìlọrin ya asiri so ya eza chiwonchi kuchi Kayode James Sadiku najin ajeli to shina na òun fejin wazu na baba mo Bọ́lá Pàímọ́ pa zawangiji tupa na afe pa tutu kamidondo ngba gbigba daga litafi yan Hebrew sura gutwani aya gbonwodin guta to litafi ndochiji nla tola ke egi zawangi ajin ajeli zuni zumumbo wi efo lisafi na afe bazabe labari kachiji na egi jiyan kuchi baza eti dabo na kuchi Sadiku na ya etu na jiunji kami na mudan ijo na ena be je asiri so jiuncho na yi gbigba daga litafio eniko to eliwangiji eti kuchi ona sokugun kuchi Sadiku James nla elebu yeji labari belozani agi kinani dona amma labari be mi so yayi nga hun tono Jamiu
èdè abínibí Muhammad Jamiu Alákùnlé ọkọ mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà NLC ni wọ́n ti ṣètò ìfẹ̀hónúhàn jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025 láti fẹ̀mí ìkọminú àti ẹ̀hónúhàn lórí àìrájájá ètò ààbò èyí tí ó ń bá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fínra. Nínú àgbéjáde kan èyí tí ó jáde fún gbogbo ẹ̀ka wọn ní ìpínlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kejìlá lẹ́yìn ìpàdé ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ àpapọ̀ èyí tó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 4 oṣù kejìlá ní ẹgbẹ́ NLC ti fọgbọ́ta lórí àlékún tó ń dé bá ìwà jàǹdùkú ìgbébàjà àti ìjínigbé lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ẹgbẹ́ NLC ní pàápàá tọ́ka sí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjínigbé ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kọkànlá tí wọ́n ti jí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ obìnrin kan gbé ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ kan nípínlẹ̀ Kebbi. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ọ̀hún fẹ̀mí ìkọminú hàn wípé àwọn elétò ààbò tí wọ́n ti ṣáájú kó sílé ìwé náà ni wọ́n kò ń bẹ̀ ní ìṣẹ́jú mélòó kan kí àkọlù ọ̀hún wáyé tó sì júwe ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà bí ìwálábí ìwà ọ̀daràn gbà tó nílò ìṣèwádìí ní kíákíá. Àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún tó tọ́ka rẹ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tí ó rọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ NLC àti ẹ̀ka wọn ní gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti pàṣẹ fún láti ṣàkójọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti ẹgbẹ́ tó ń jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú láti ṣe ìfẹ̀hónúhàn náà ní ìfẹ̀sùnkàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ wípé ó kùnà láti dáàbòbò àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ pàápàá àwọn èyí tó wà ní ẹsẹ̀ kùkú. Àjọ ọlọ́pàá ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ti fìdí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìdigunjalè kan múlẹ̀ èyí tí ó wáyé ní nǹkan bíi aago 11 ààbọ̀ òwúrọ̀ yìí ní òpópónà tó lọ sí post office nílùú Ìlọrin òní ọjọ́ Ẹtì ọjọ́ 12 oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025. Nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan látọwọ́ alukoro àjọ ọlọ́pàá SP Adétóhùn Ìjìrẹ́ Adéyẹmí sọ wípé àwọn agbébọnjà ni wọ́n dá ọkọ̀ Sienna kan dúró tí wọ́n sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yìnbọn fún ọkọ̀ náà àti awakọ̀ rẹ̀ èyí tí ó ṣe awakọ̀ náà léṣe ní ọwọ́ kan ṣáájú kí wọ́n tó mórí bọ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bítíbitì owó tẹ́nìkan ò mú nǹka rẹ̀ léyìí tí ẹni tó farapa náà sì ti ń gba ìtọ́jú lọ́wọ́. Kọmíṣánná àjọ ọlọ́pàá CP Adékèmí Òjó ti wá pàṣẹ ṣíṣe ìwádìí sí àkọlù náà. Àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún tó wá sọ dínà wípé àjọ ọ̀hún ti pọnkún ètò ààbò rẹ̀ jákèjádò ìlú Ìlọrin tó ti ṣe àkójáde àlékún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó ń ti àwọn ọlọ́pàá tí yóò mọ̀ yípo káàkiri láti rí dájú pé ètò ààbò wà fún tẹrútọmọ ní ìlú Ìlọrin. Kọmíṣánná àjọ ọlọ́pàá tó máa gbé àmọ̀ràn kalẹ̀ fáwọn aráàlú láti yàgò fún gbígbé ọ̀bítíbitì owó kiri kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ kí wọ́n ṣàmúlò ẹ̀rọ ayélujára fún irú ipò tó bá wà nílò gbígbé owó ńlá kiri kí àjọ ọlọ́pàá ṣàgbékalẹ̀ àbá kí irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣàmúlò àwọn elétò ààbò tí ó rọ̀ mọ́ ilé ìfowópamọ́ tí wọ́n bá ní ìfọkàntán nínú rẹ̀. Àwọn olùgbé ni wọ́n tó rọ̀ láti ṣe ìjábọ̀ òfin tótó àbí àkíyèsí tí wọ́n bá rí láyìíká wọn fún àjọ elétò ààbò pàápàá láyìíká àwọn ilé ìfowópamọ́ àtàwọn àyè míì tí ó bá jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. ní ìpínlẹ̀ Rivers ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC ìpínlẹ̀ Rivers ti ṣàgbékalẹ̀ káàdì ìjọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC fún gómìnà Siminalayi Fubara nínú fọ́nrán tí wọ́n gbé jáde láti ọwọ́ abẹ́síkáwọ́ ìròyìn sí alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún Tony Okocha nílé ìjọba ní ìlú Port Harcourt lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì. ìrántí wà wípé Fubara ló ti ṣáájú kéde pé òun lè rògbà láti darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC lọ́jọ́ Ìṣẹ́gun. ó ṣàlàyé wípé ìyàkúrò lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ òun nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP lọ sínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ló jẹ́ fún ìfẹ́ àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún àti láti fẹ̀mí ìmọ̀ hàn sí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu èyí tí ó ní òun gan ni okùnfà gbòógì tóun sì fi jẹ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Rivers. lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún sẹ́yìn ní àtìgbà tó ti gba òmìnira lọ́dún 1960 ní Nàìjíríà ti jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n àgbà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà lẹ́yìn tí ó sì ń ṣe ìhùwàsí adarí nínú òmìnira àti ìjẹ́yẹ òṣèlú lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè lẹ́kùn yìí. láìpẹ́ yìí ní ìṣàfihàn ẹ̀gbọ́n àgbà tí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ní ìdásí kíákíá láti dá ìṣèjọba àwarawa padà sí ìṣèjọba nílẹ̀ olómìnira Benin níbi tí àwọn ológun ti ní èròǹgbà láti gbàkóso ìṣèjọba orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún. nínú ìjábọ̀ yìí ní Abdulateef Owólẹwà ti bá apá kan àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà sọ̀rọ̀ àtàwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ amòfin láti wo ojúran wọn sí ìdàgbàsókè yìí. ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n àgbà ní ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ni ó ti ń ṣàmúlò gbogbo ohun tí ó yẹ bíi ọ̀pọ̀ òǹkà èèyàn tó wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí, ọrọ̀ ajé rẹ̀ àti ipò ọmọ ogun rẹ̀ fún ìṣàgbéga àti ìmúdúró ìṣèjọba àwarawa ní ẹkùn ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tó ń ti ipò aṣáájú tó dì mú nínú àjọ ECOWAS. lóòótọ́ onírúurú ìbéèrè ni ó rọ̀ mọ́ ìpọ́jú owó àti ìdúró oore tó ń ti ìwà dọ́gbandọ́gba àti gbangba làṣáta nídìí ìdarí rẹ̀ èyí tí ó rọ̀ mọ́ àìrájájá ètò ààbò, ìwà àjẹbánu àti ọrọ̀ ajé tí ó ń fojoojúmọ́ dẹnu kọlẹ̀ léyìí tí ó sì ń rọ̀ mọ́ ohun tí wọ́n fi ń sọwọ́ ètò ààbò èyí tí wọ́n ní ó fi ń dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó jẹ́ alámúlétì rẹ̀ bíi ti ilẹ̀ olómìnira Benin. láìpẹ́ yìí ni àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n dènà èròǹgbà láti fi tipátipá gbàjọba nílẹ̀ olómìnira Benin èyí tí ó sì tún padà rí ìbuwọ́lù ilé asòfin àgbà láti kó àwọn ọmọ ogun lọ sí orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún lédè sì mú kí àwọn aráàlú àtàwọn amòfin kí wọ́n máa sọ tẹnu wọn. àwọn tí wọ́n bá ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ Kwara TV sọ̀rọ̀ nílùú Ìlọrin tí í ṣe olúlu ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ni wọ́n júwe ìgbésẹ̀ ààrẹ Tinubu gẹ́gẹ́ bí èyí tí ó pọn dandan fún orílẹ̀-èdè yìí láti dáàbò bo ìdúróore ìṣèjọba àwarawa láwọn àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí ó jẹ́ alámúlétì rẹ̀ bíi ti ilẹ̀ olómìnira Benin. wọ́n ní ojúràn wípé ìgbésẹ̀ ààrẹ ló so papọ̀ mọ́ ipò adarí tí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ àti ojúṣe rẹ̀ nídìí ohun tó ga jù nílẹ̀ ECOWAS. àwọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ni wọ́n fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n àgbà nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà tí wọ́n pè ní Giant of Africa, ipò rẹ̀ ni kò sí rọ́ sẹ́yìn nídìí ìṣàmúdúró ìṣèjọba àwarawa àti ètò ààbò fún ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà tó ń ti ìmúdúró ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọnìyàn àti ọ̀rọ̀ òfin. wọ́n wá rọ àwọn olùdìbò ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà láti ṣàmúlò agbára tí wọ́n ní nídìí ìbò dídì fi mú àyípadà bá ọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè olókòwò wọn nípa yíyọ àwọn adarí tí ó bá kù díẹ̀ káàtó nínú ètò ìdìbò wọn. ìfi àánú hàn sáwọn opó ni wọ́n ti júwèé gẹ́gẹ́ bí àmì tá a fi mọ mùsùlùmí òdodo. eléyìí ni ara kókó ọ̀rọ̀ níbi kútùbà látẹnu ìmáàmù mọ́sálásí Hasibunallah tó wà nílùú Ìlọrin, Imam Abdulrafiu Olódùowó lásìkò ìrun jímọ̀ tòní. Suleiman Hassan ní ó péjú síbi ìrun jímọ̀ ọ̀hún fún ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ Kwara TV tó sì mú ìjábọ̀ wá wípé nínú kútùbà rẹ̀ ní Imam Abdulrafiu Olódùowó ti tẹnumọ́ pàtàkì ìmáa fi àánú hàn sáwọn tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó fún pàápàá àwọn opó àtàwọn ọmọ òrukàn léè tó ní ojú àánú sí ọmọlàkejì ẹni ló wà lára ìjọsìn gbòógì nínú ẹ̀sìn Islam. ìmáàmù ọ̀hún ṣe ìwúrí fún àwọn mùsùlùmí láti máa ṣàwòkọ́ṣe òjíṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad nínú gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ wọn pàápàá sáwọn opó nítọ́ka wípé òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ó fẹ́ opó níyàwó láti fi ojú àánú hàn sí wọn àti ọ̀wọ̀ tó ní fáwọn opó. ó tún ṣe ìrántí fún àwọn àkójọ ọ̀hún pé òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run gba àwọn mùsùlùmí lámọ̀ràn láti jẹ́ aláàánú sí ọmọnìyàn àti ẹranko nítẹnumọ́ wípé Ọlọ́run ọba Allah a máa mú ìrọ̀rùn bá ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá lójú àánú. ìmáàmù olódù owó tó gbé àmọ̀ràn fún àwọn ọkùnrin láti jẹ́ olójú àánú sí àwọn obìnrin kí wọ́n sì máa jẹ́ atọ̀nà sí ojú ọ̀nà rere fún wọn. ìmáàmù náà ló padà ṣáájú àwọn jàmáà láti kíraka méjì èyí tó jẹ́ ọ̀ranyàn. ara àwọn olùjọ́sìn tí wọ́n bá ikọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ Kwara TV sọ̀rọ̀ níwájú ìwé àsíyàn bí èyí tó bá àkókò mu tó sì ṣe pàtàkì lórí ìjà aláàánú sí àwọn opó láwùjọ. ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, gómìnà Babájídé Sanwó-Olú ti yan dókítà Suleiman Ògúnmúyìwá gẹ́gẹ́ bí adarí àgbà fún ọ́fíìsì tó ń rí sí ìpójú owó ètò ẹ̀kọ́ pẹ̀lú ìmúṣẹ́ṣe lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. nínú àgbéjáde kan lórí ẹ̀rọ ìtàkùn X ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún ni Ògúnmúyìwá ti tẹ́wọ́ gba ìwé ìyànsípò rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́bọ̀ ní ọ́fíìsì olórí òṣìṣẹ́ tó wà ní Aláùsá ní Ìkẹjà. ẹni tí ó jẹ́ akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ lẹ́ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní Ògúnmúyìwá èyí tí yóò sì mú ìrírí ọdún 25 rẹ̀ wá sínú àgbéyẹ̀wò ilé ẹ̀kọ́, ìṣètò àti ètò ìpójú owó tó ń ti ìdarí lágbọn ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún. àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ náà ni wọ́n ṣàgbékalẹ̀ fún láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọ́fíìsì olórí òṣìṣẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó yóò ń Bọ̀dé Àgòrò. ìjẹ́ òdodo tí ikú jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí òpin fún gbogbo tí ó bá ń ṣẹ̀mí àti ìmúdúró ọmọnìyàn ló jẹ́ ara kókó ọ̀rọ̀ lásìkò ètò ìsìn fún olóògbé olóyè Káyọ̀dé James Sadiku ẹni tí ó jáde láyé lẹ́ni ọdún 95. olùwàásù àlùfáà Bọ́lá Pàyímọ́ èyí tí ó ṣàmójútó ètò ìsìn náà lásìkò ètò ìsìn fún olóògbé ọ̀hún ni ó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Modúpẹ́ Ọlábíóyè ló wà níbi ètò ìsìnkú náà fún ìkọ̀rọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ Kwara TV tó sì mú ìjábọ̀ wá wípé àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àtàwọn abánikẹ́dùn láti jìnnà rere àti tòsí ni wọ́n péjọ sí ilé ìjọsìn UMCATC tó wà nílùú Ìlọrin fún ìsìnkú olóyè Káyọ̀dé James Sadiku ẹni tí ó jáde láyé láìpẹ́ yìí. nínú wàásù rẹ̀ ní àlùfáà Bọ́lá Pàyímọ́ tí ilé ìjọsìn Royal Covenant Assembly ti gbé àmọ̀ràn kalẹ̀ fún àwọn àkójọ ọ̀hún lórí ìnílò láti máa rántí ikú ní gbogbo ìgbà. nígbà tí ó ń ka ìtàn olóògbé Káyọ̀dé James Sadiku, ọmọkùnrin rẹ̀ dókítà Yẹmi Sadiku tọ́ka sí ìfẹ́ tí ò lábàwọ́n, ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà àti ìkónimọ́ra gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara àwọn ìwà tí wọ́n mọ bàbá wọn mọ̀. ètò ìsìnkú náà ló ṣàkósínú àkànṣe àdúrà látọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Awójọbí àti ẹni ọ̀wọ̀ Emmanuel Osset fún àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí olóògbé. nígbà tí wọ́n bá ikọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ Kwara TV sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn ọmọ olóògbé ni wọ́n kására sí ipa rere tí bàbá wọn ti kó nínú ìgbésí ayé wọn tí wọ́n sì ní àlàfo rẹ̀ ni kò ṣeé dí látọ̀dọ̀ ẹnikẹ́ni. lákòótán, mínísítà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí fún ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti ìgbanisíṣẹ́ Chris Ngige ni wọ́n ti wọ́ lọ iwájú ilé ẹjọ́ gíga kan tó wà nílùú Àbújá èyí tí yóò fi kalẹ̀ sí Gwarinpa látọ̀dọ̀ àjọ amúnimọ́dà EFCC lórí ẹ̀sùn bílíọ̀nù 2.2 náírà tí wọ́n ní ó lù ní pọ́npọ́. onídàájọ́ Mariam Hassan ni ó pàṣẹ pé kí mínísítà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ọ̀hún kí ọlọ́mọ gbatẹ́gùn ní ọgbà ìtúnwà ẹni ṣe tó wà ní Kùjé títí tí wọ́n fi gbọ́ ẹjọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀lì rẹ̀ èyí tí wọ́n mú ọjọ́ Ajé ọjọ́ 14 oṣù kejìlá. Ngige ni ó rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ pé òun ò jẹ̀bi ẹ̀sùn olóǹkà 8 èyí tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìtàbùkù ọ́fíìsì rẹ̀ àti gbígba owó àbẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn agbaṣẹ́ṣe láàrin oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2015 sí oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2023 lẹ́yìn ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní agbẹjọ́rò àjọ EFCC Silvanus Tahir tó jẹ́ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ amòfin ni wọ́n béèrè fún ọjọ́ tí wọ́n gbọ́ ẹjọ́ náà tó sì ní kí ilé ẹjọ́ fi olùjẹ́jọ́ sí àtìmọ́lé. Bákan náà ni agbẹjọ́rò fún olùjẹ́jọ́ Patrick Ikweto tó náà jẹ́ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ amòfin ẹ̀wẹ̀ ni ó tako ìbéèrè àjọ EFCC tó sì rọ ilé ẹjọ́ ó yọ̀ǹda oníbàárà òun fún bẹ́ẹ̀lì lórí pé ìlera rẹ̀ kù díẹ̀ káàtó nítọ́ka sí pé mínísítà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ọ̀hún ni ó ti kọ́kọ́ wà ní àtìmọ́lé àjọ EFCC fún ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ṣáájú kí wọ́n tó gbé wá ilé ẹjọ́. Ilé ẹjọ́ ọ̀hún wá sún ẹjọ́ náà di ọjọ́ 14 oṣù kejìlá tó sì pàṣẹ pé kí Ngige ó lọ mọ gbatẹ́gùn ní Kùjé. ìròyìn àwọn kan yíra lọ fún ti alẹ́ òní tó sì ń Adéoyè àbọ̀mírè.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Jamiu Alapo, for the news from the languages desk. Thank you very much for watching the news tonight. From Hamila.
Okay, Tosin. Labari yẹn náà ti ní ìdèkà lọ́rùn. Aminat Mohammed Dala labari yẹn ìṣe ìlànà.
Èyí ni ká jẹun pẹ́ òǹfọ̀ fún ní òjẹ́ Ọlátúnní akọ́tòrò ìmí yóò mọ̀ wá sí ojú òòrùn títí gbà náà Mohammed Jamiu Alapo ní eré kàǹkà ó mọ̀ sọlẹ̀ sọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ kó wá wà ó dàárọ̀.
And that's it on the news tonight. Many thanks for watching. Continue to broadcast the television as we bring to you our 24-hour broadcast service. Remember, our start times 113 502. We're also live on Facebook at Kwara TV. My name is Tosin Adioye. Good evening.